These are facilitation cards that are all about engagement. 46% of students would say they're not engaged in learning, while at the same time, over 90% of teachers say that that engagement is crucial to their success, academically, social, emotionally, in their relationships. And so ULEAD cards were created for the purpose of engaging, of getting people connected, up and moving and having conversations. They're about collaborating and helping people learn to strategize and to grow and to take ownership and for their own voice to be expressed in the learning journey. So what are ULEAD cards? Ultimately, ULEAD cards are connection in your back pocket, something you can pull out if you have a little time or if you want to go deeper. They are there for you. So with 54 cards and 10 elements on each card, over 80 activities have been created, and it's generative. Educators and youth workers across the US and Canada are continuing to grow the activity base of these cards. So they're designed in collaboration with youth workers and with educators in the field, and they're about exploring relationships, that human connection. They're about classroom culture. They're about academic learning, enhancing learning environments, and they are about growing social and emotional skills. So we have 3 versions of these cards. This is the original deck that was developed back in 2018, and this has the 54 cards, the 10 elements on each card, and this is for students who are 7th grade through college and also for adult teams. Our second version of cards are called ULEAD Junior, and these cards were developed with elementary educators and youth workers that work with younger kids, and so about kindergarten through 6th grade. And these cards are great. They have a lot of durability, and they're bigger, they're developmentally on the stage for younger kids. Finally, we have the ULEAD Career Connections deck. This is our brand new deck, and this is all about career pathways, helping kids find their purpose and explore and have curiosity to develop that mindset and social and emotional skills and learning strategies. All those things will help them think about what they want to do in their future. So where are ULEAD cards being used? They're being used in classrooms, they're being used in conference rooms, in gyms, outside, inside, at schools, at boys and girls clubs, at YMCAs. They're literally something that can be pulled out of a back pocket and to fill that space to connect with students in just a variety of spaces and places. So how are ULEAD cards being used? So one way they're being used is for mixers, and these are short, bursty kinds of activities that can really create connection. They can bring together people who have diverse personalities. They can be ways for people to really engage. It sets the tone for everyone to participate. It gets people up and moving. These kind of mixers can be like partner activities where they're responding and they're like creating things together. One of the ways, an example of this would be this mixer question, and I'm going to read this one. It's one of my favorites, is, would you rather always have Oreo teeth or Cheetos fingers? That answer is obvious. I would Cheetos fingers any day of the week. Think about it. So the other decks of cards, all of these decks, have these opportunities. So go check out our other videos if you're looking for younger kids, the junior deck, or for career connections, conversations, or in our original. So primers are an amazing way the cards are being used to introduce a topic. Brain research says that in order for learning really to take place, there needs to be some kind of like saying the primed word or having an activity that activates the brain so that the learning can happen. So an example of a primer would be an activity that we love to do. It's called icon brainstorming. So on this card, there is a picture of a tennis racket. The way this would be used to talk about or prime creativity is a group of people or a partner group would have to come up with as many ways that this tennis racket could be used other than as a tennis racket. You give them a period of time and you have to brainstorm all the different ways. In addition to mixers that can really have that burst of engagement, and for primers that really are the way to front-load learning, a great deeper way to use the ULEAD cards is to use them for debrief. And that is tying whatever emotional experience that you've had or learning experience to an application that will help them to actually transfer the learning to their own life environment. When you combine the right processing or debrief questions with the cards, they really bring home that learning that people can then transfer to their life. So what are you going to find on these cards? There are 10 elements on the original deck and on the career deck, and 9 elements on the junior deck. So all of these elements possess the power to connect individuals and teams to really create a learning environment. To be most successful using ULEAD cards, the biggest thing that I would say is be a player, like be involved with your group. Know activities that you're going to use ahead of time, plan them out, set time limits and add surprises in there, switching things up, having people switch cards, and go big. Really get involved in what is happening so that you're modeling for the group how they can be involved and really use the cards. So if you'd like to learn more about ULEAD facilitation cards, head over to our website or check out our other videos that have more details on each of the decks.